Good afternoon, everyone. It is a beautiful Monday afternoon here in Atlanta, Georgia. And today I went by the audio store. This one here in Atlanta. And it's rare I ever go here and don't end up taking something back home with me. And last weekend, it was last weekend. Okay, there was the Mixer, the Atlanta Mixer, and Mr. True with remote audio demonstrated the Speakeasy version 4BT as Bluetooth. I actually have the Speakeasy version 3, but when I found out that it had a Bluetooth option, I was sold. I knew I needed one of these. So today's objective is pretty simple. We'll do a box opening, and I'll talk a little bit about why it is that I purchased this, like meaning how I'm going to use it, and why it's cool, and why it solves a lot of problems on a film set. So first of all, it's been a moment, I think, since I've streamed. I am back to work, which is a good thing. So it's great to be with you guys. And first things first, let's pop open a knife here and open this box up and see what's inside. So why is it, do I need something like this versus another speaker? Why do I need Bluetooth versus not? These are a lot of questions that one could think of when choosing a speaker, because obviously there's a lot of different types of speakers on the market that you can choose from. First things first is that the need comes up often for either an ambience or kind of a mood playback on a film set that isn't necessarily like an official playback kind of situation, where you would have earwigs and time code aux and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes the productions, at least the ones on, say, hey, do you just have something you could just do some quick Atmos with and stuff like that. It's funny, these days they'll say, oh, do you just have like a Bluetooth speaker? And depending upon the ask, which is a whole other conversation, usually I can accommodate that sort of thing. But sometimes it can get a bit overly complicated for something that should be very simple. Obviously, anyone can just simply connect to a Bluetooth speaker and press play on a phone. But a lot of the times the sound card is away from set. And the speaker is going to be on set and sometimes may not be within range. And there's also other situations besides that, such as like communicating on set. For instance, I was doing some process trailer stuff a couple weeks ago. I think it was our first week. I've been back to work for about 3 weeks now. And sometimes they'll try to communicate to talent through a radio in the car, as I'm sure a lot of you are familiar, but this is never a good experience, for a couple reasons. Number one, when you key a radio, sometimes there's also like a afterwards that can overlap on dialogue. It's just generally annoying hearing it in the radio mics and managing in that. And also, I think they're 4 watts, if I'm not mistaken. Blasting inside of a vehicle is not very good for your wireless situation. So a speaker, the Speakeasy version 3, which I own already, I've owned it for many years now, is just a very valuable tool where I throw it in the vehicle, and because it has XLR inputs, I can just put a simple transmitter or receiver, more likely, on the speaker, and then speak through, give the director a push-to-talk microphone and have great communication to the talent without the worry that comes with a radio. So the Speakeasy version 3, one of the biggest differences between this and this speaker, besides I believe they updated some of the driver stuff we'll talk about, is that this one has Bluetooth. And it's also battery powered. Now, most Bluetooth speakers, as we know, are also battery powered, and you charge them. A lot of them, here's just the box here, they're pretty cool. But it's kind of an uncertain thing, like how much charge is left. how long is it going to last on set? How long are you going to be there? That situation is a little uncertain, and also having to charge yet another device and keep track of it can kind of add extra, stuff to the day. So here is a manual of sorts. One of the first things that points out to me is the powering. I did a little reading up on this the other day, and I want to say it's like around 4 to 8 hours, depending upon how you use it, whether it's continuously or intermittently. And it takes 2 9-volt batteries. We'll set this over here just in case someone has questions here in the stream. And so obviously Comtechs take 9-volt batteries. So do my IFBs, like my Electro R1As. I still use those. I love them. So having a system that works with the batteries that I have is very, very important. So here's the, as you can see, the front of the speaker here. You have a tweeter, and then obviously it looks like just I think that's a 5-inch, speaker there. 3 or 5 inches, I can't tell. Probably 5. Nice little remote audio logo, and then you have a simple switch here. Little click Foley for you. There we go. Nice solid secure click. And then here, since we're talking about batteries, are the 2 9-volts. So we always have 9 volts on hand, and we're always charging them. And battery powered is a must-have for any speaker on a film set. Just in my experience, trying to get power to something is another step to ask another department for something, and being able to deploy quickly using batteries is very important. Also, Glenn True demoed this at the Mixer last week in a room that's probably, I'm trying to give you the dimensions, maybe 50 by 50. So 200 and, wasn't it? No, 50, I'm trying to do math right here. Yeah, like about 2,500 square feet. Filled the room, no problem. And it has a good sound. And those things are important. It's probably not the most high fidelity speaker, but the purpose, once again, is battery powered, very small footprint. And most importantly, batteries you don't have to charge in the speaker. So, so if that's just an immediate advantage over this sort of thing. So I have some 9 volts here. We can power it up and talk about some of the other functions while we do that. So now we have the speaker connected via Bluetooth. So what I did wrong, and thank you, Dan, you're amazing, is I just simply wasn't pressing the button long enough to pair. So it wasn't the phone. I'll stay with Apple just another day. So now we're in Bluetooth mode, and let's go into a music app for a second. Let's play some copyrighted music just to get this stream going right. And then here we go, and let's see how this works. Now, that's pretty good. Give it a little more volume here. Okay. All right. So stop. All right. So we'll let it roll. Press once. Take 2. You get the point. Let's see if we can successfully do it again. All right. Cut playback. Press it. Double press connect. Right. And then let's press play again. You gotta admit, it's pretty cool. The only thing I regret is I wish I had a little dynamic microphone sitting around here. All right, so I had to get creative here. So I had mentioned that you could also plug in a microphone at the same time as Bluetooth and multitask, which is important. But most of my microphones are all on the sound trailer, everything in my inventory, so I'm kind of improvising here. So that should give us some phantom power, because this is a phantom power handheld microphone. And then we will plug in the mic level here. I have also got a tweaker, so I'm going to start by taking the power level all the way down. And while I do that, I'm going to go to comments, because that's where I learn the best stuff. Okay. I think it's pronounced Kavik. Can it be mounted on a stand? No. I don't see any mounting options. And it's definitely on the heavier side. You could probably rig it in multiple ways in a pinch to get it higher if you needed to, with the help of the grip department. I had a device in the past that did that for my Bluetooth snafu. No dynamics in your guitar cabinet close. My Being John Malkovich door is what he's talking about back here, which is also doubles as a guitar cabinet. Great memory, Dan. Hey, Ray, great to see you here. I love your profile picture. She's pointing at a guitar. She's like, it would be cooler if you played an instrument through it. Maybe. Okay. Mars Music in Ben Kenobi voice. There's a name I haven't heard in a very long time. Yeah, man. I remember their grand opening. I think I'm dating myself right now, but I'm going to go ahead and... So the mic tweaker... So we'll leave Bluetooth on for now. Let's see where we are with tracks for a second. So we'll press it to stop. And then double press to go back to the beginning of the track. And then I will sing karaoke with Led Zeppelin. No, I won't. All right. I wouldn't do that to you guys. That's not a nice thing to do. You know, they shipped it with the trim all the way down. That shows you this is a company who actually cares about their products. Like, I feel like, you know. Now, remember, the battery I put in here may not be good, so don't be judgy if this doesn't work, okay? Because 9 times out of 10, user error for me. Can't speak for you guys, but that's what happens to me. All right, so it is in the on position. Oh, that's a good sign. I hear audio. Okay, so test 1 2, test 1 2. So I suspect that the volume is a little low. The reason is because I have it cranked. And okay, wait a minute. No, it's normal. That's normal. So I should be able to karaoke now. Here we go. You guys know I'm not going to do karaoke anymore. So anyway, as you can see, we have multiple sources coming in here. And it's working great, which is awesome. And it sounds good too. It's not like, you know, let me go ahead and turn off the test 1 2. Test 1 2. I mean, it actually is pretty crisp. It sounds really good. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the speaker is going into the C414 ULS here as I make sure I don't drop it. Question for you guys. Should we put a guitar in it? Okay, so now we're going to plug it into the speaker, and I'm not going to torture you guys and plug it into the speaker, then the instrument, kind of like you hear them do in the clubs, or, you know, and the sound guy, the front of house sound guys, don't do that. So it's a micro instrument level, so let's pull this up, and let's see if we have some signal here. See if it'll crank up. Here, we'll do that again. Here we go. Y'all hear that breakup? I hope I don't break this thing, but I'm going to do it anyway. Put it on 11 man. Anyway, that sounded way better on that speaker than I anticipated. At that really is an instrument level. You can tell how the speaker's breaking up. It sounds like a guitar amp. So before I start hooking up delay pedals and really going off the Richter here, I'm going to close this up. Looking forward to seeing everyone soon. I got some videos, like official videos in the works that you should stay posted for some really interesting new products. So be sure and subscribe if you not already are. I know most of you already are. I can tell by the analytics. And have a great day and happy recording to everyone and mixing. All right, see you soon.